Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the official Nick Walsh TV channel. We're live, and we're about to play some more Spinning Goes. Yes, I'm wearing a scarf. I'm cold, all right? I'm trying to save some money in the flat. Times are hard. You know, I'm out here slumming it, got the heating off, and I'm wearing a scarf live on stream. Hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome to the stream, and welcome back to more Spinning Go action. Let's take a look at our graph so far. So, of course, guys, this looks a little bit different. This is actually our graph from the start of the merge. So this is filtered specifically for Spinning Goes, but then also since Spinning Goes became a merged pool when we went from Flash and Reg Speed to a combination of both. And I just wanted to start here just to remind myself that we've come a very long way. We've played a lot of poker. This is over 81,000 hands of poker now. And you know what? We're not the worst poker player in the world. We're doing okay. And as you can see, that red line is on the up, which I very much like. Again, it's not super important that your red line is winning or whatever. As long as the EV is working for you, that's what counts. But it is cool to see that I'm improving in that aspect. And I do think that probably there's a balance there somewhere to be had. And I think we're getting on the right side of it. So here we are, guys. This is what we're trying to develop here. We're trying to build more on this. If we filter for this year, you'll see how we're getting on with the challenge so far this year, the $250,000 challenge. And we're doing well. We're doing well. We are, in fact, running under EV overall since the merge, but we are running above EV in the 25s, which is great. And, yeah, we just got to keep blasting, keep playing poker. Yesterday was a very strong session. I feel like we played really well. I feel like we ran very well as well, which was always helpful. And yeah, that's all we can do. Hello, everybody in the chat. What's up, guys? Rakshan, Tom taking care of us. Sensitive Tony, welcome back. I saw your message, by the way, Tony. Message me back on Twitch, and I'll send you that chart that we were discussing. Yeah, the new emote thing is cool, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know if I can time it with the delay. That'd be really hard. Undersea Monkey, what's up? Soon, indeed. Soda Pop, hello. Welcome back. John Edwards, hello. Taking liquid shots of courage. I do actually have some liquid courage today, but it is in the. It's a chocolate protein shake with collagen and lion's mane mushroom. It's not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad. Hello, Denfist. What's up, Graph Gang? Indeed. All the peeps here today. What's up, what's up, what's up? So, let's get into it, guys. Let's play some poker. $25 stakes. Let's go. 81,000 rookie numbers. I know. I mean, to be fair, that's only been about 6 months, but let's see if we can play some more today. What is the challenge again? Exactly. Apparently the challenge is announcing a challenge. That's the biggest challenge in 2026 so far. Will Nick do a challenge? But at the moment, it's looking like we're just going to go for the whole hog, guys. I think we're going to shoot for $250,000 in volume. $250,000 turned over. And give that a go. Living on the edge of empty with a dead man's hand. There he is, Soda Pop. 7-stream streak. Dentvis, 5-stream streak. A mega pint as well. A mega pint. A mega pint. Was my busted halo rusted up with rust? Oh yeah. I spent all of this morning, guys. I spent all of this morning, like all morning, like from like 9 until like literally 5 minutes before we went live, doing some video editing. Video editing is a funny thing. There's a lot about it that I very much enjoy. There's a lot about video editing that I think is fun and enjoyable. And I particularly like when you figure out how to do something like brand new. I'm very invigorated to turn the computer on and go, oh, I just watched this video and I've just learned how to do a certain effect or how to simplify an editing process and all that kind of stuff. That's very cool. It's a lot of fun. However, when I have to shoot video of myself, in front of the camera, and deliver basic lines, basic scripted lines, believe it or not, I do struggle with that. For some reason, it triggers some like old phobia, some old stage phobia or something like that, stage fright. And I just really struggle to get the delivery right and the tone right and make my face look not stupid. One sec, guys. Let's give him a shark. Oh, we can fold now. This is great. I was going to call the initial shove, but the sixes might have saved me here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Man, we're running good then today, aren't we? Hi, guys. But yeah, anyway, you shoot the video, you've got the bits that you need, then you got to sort of put it all together, and it's really meticulous. And then I'm a bit of like a perfectionist with these kinds of things as well, which doesn't mean that I'm good at it. It just means that like I just hate everything I do because I think it looks really unprofessional. But I managed to actually finish a project this morning, which I was very pleased about, and I think it looks okay. It's a rare moment that I think it doesn't look like the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Ah! What a wake up. Cinco de Mayo. Nice hand, nice hand, nice hand. All I used to drink were mega pints. And it wasn't always just beer. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that Johnny Depp was drinking mega pints of wine. So, Mr. Depp, is it true you poured yourself a mega pint of wine? A mega pint. I poured myself a large glass of wine. I thought it was necessary. That whole case was absolutely super meme worthy. Honestly, probably some of the best meme courtroom stuff. They have something to call help with that these days. It's called wacky filters. So wacky. No, unfortunately, this had to be a bit more of a professional. This had to be a bit more of a professional thing. It was like a proper edit, and I like recorded it on my computer. The video I finished today was what is a spin and go? For people that have never played spin and goes before, it's all very wholesome. Garrafas. I can't say that I know Garrafas. I can say that I'm not upset about betting flop here, though. And I will be betting the turn here as well. Like this. This is highly unbalanced poker, by the way. It's extremely, extremely unbalanced poker, but we're gonna milk the size here. We're not gonna fold the river. We're not folding this river, guys. We're blocking a straight. It's impossible to lose, right? Nice. Little cheeky induce. Worked out great. Now, how does one proceed from here? Yeah, it was wine. A mega pint. I can't even tell you how many times I've said that phrase since I've seen that clip. There were so many good YouTube edits of it as well. There was like really funny animations done. A mega pint. Had your fun, don't you stand, don't fucking run. We can bet this flop. I think checking is probably not ridiculous either, but let's just go cray. I've broken something here. One second. Oh. Pocket Jables! Oh, a mega pints. A mega pints. I forgot that it was a mega pints. Undersea Monkey, typical. We round the top of the hour and people start asking me questions at work. Don't they know I have spins to watch? Does that mean you were playing at the office the other day, by the way, buddy? Like, I know we played a game the other day. Was it yesterday? Proper official shoots. I mean, I don't know about official, but it was meant to be a professional video. I'm gonna leave you in the desert to die. I'll take my chances with a place in the shade. Thinking about our lives if you just stay. Said I love you, girl, but you've been known to lie. Call your number on the telephone, said I can make it home, or won't you save my soul? A cloud in my mind, I had to get it right. The fact that he never watched any of his own movies cracks me up. I don't know if that's true. I can appreciate people not watching like a lot of their stuff. You don't want to sit and watch your own movies. Like, I don't like watch my own streams back that often. But if I do, it's for like, research purposes. Do I really suck as bad as I think I do at poker? Research purposes. But you've been known to lie. It was yesterday, and yes, I was playing at my desk. I do work from home, though. Fair enough. So do I. Woke up this morning with the fear in my eyes and a cloud in my mind. I had to get it right. But I couldn't find the words. That's not going to work. Fucking value-shoving King 5 offsuit, obviously. Power jam. Oh, okay. Comeback is on. Verse reg. It's cuspy. It's cuspy. Cuspy. This one is not cuspy. Two of the livest cards you've ever seen in your life. Nice hand. Hey, what's up, Ollie B? 15 stream streak. Nice work. I should get the stream streak notifications going, huh? Said I called you, but I couldn't find the words. So I wrote it on the page and I just let it burn. Yeah, we're just going to miss this one completely. I'm not even 100% on that one, but there we are. You know what you can't miss? 10-8 of clubs. Oh, my God. Absolutely stunner hand there. Stunneroo. Settle. Settle. What's up, QB? It's like a small straight. Go for the jumbo straight. Not the flop we are looking. These are not the. This is not the flop you are looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. Okay, by the way, Tom, I announced that I had this thing I was going to start doing, and I haven't done it yet. I've got this small blind bet button that I wanted to use. I've got this small blind bet button that I wanted to activate, and I have yet to use it, and it's embarrassing because it's gonna skyrocket our win rate to the moon. Not quite. Not quite. A little bit too much. Tried to call you, but I couldn't find the words. Thank you very much for the follow. Pot Plucker. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. I think I'm going to generate more of this. This is nice. It's kind of this like BB King, like late night blues kind of ting. All right, here we go. Up against the 0. The 0880. Been playing with this player a lot more recently. Seems very talented. Don't really have any notes. Just that we play a lot. If they play a lot and we have no notes, it's usually scary. All right. We're winning games. I'd rather not play 2 yellows. That would be nice. Or green or whatever color that is. All right, so Tom, basically, I have pre-programmed the bet button to be 2.4 instead of 2.5. Therefore, saving myself 0.1 of a big blind every time I steal blind be blind while maintaining balance. That was my plan. That button is good, yeah. That one folds your hand. Woo! Flopping sets, but that was close. Flopping sets, baby. Flopping sets, baby. I think calling is probably cool here. You can raise as well. You could raise as well. That'd be kind of cute. I don't really see how we can fold, but it does feel like it's going to be an 8 quite often. I mean, our opponent could still have bluffs, I guess, because they're fighting for a side pot, but it's like, yeah, that's a perfectly reasonable hand. Probably should have raised pre-flop. There you go. Don't want to be results-oriented, but... that's annoying. God watches out for the working man. Suppose they could also be value betting a worse king. Like they're not anticipating that we would just flat weak the hand as strong as king 10. So that's close. Definitely feels like a spot that could be played alternatively. Pop Plucker says yes, a button that will skyrocket win rate sounds good. Start checks out. Should have went 2.4 there, Tom. That was the issue. That was what I should have done. Actually, that was it. You nailed it. Pop Plucker says, oh, okay, I recently changed the PFR of 2.2 in cash full ring. Thinking along the same lines, but there's an issue of balance I would consider. So there's definitely a balance thing, but assuming that you use that button assuming you use that button in the correct situations where you'd use 2.5 and you use it consistently, I don't think it's a problem. And also you can go completely different direction against people that aren't paying attention at all, right? You could just be min raising into players that overfold to steals without thinking about the sizing and stuff. The cool thing about that is it will have an impact. If I remember to do it properly, it will actually have a long-term impact, but doesn't really change Doesn't really change the spot that much. Doesn't really change the spot that much. Don't win the flip. Like, it doesn't change the sort of pot size post flop that much, and then obviously also it still offers a similar amount of threat as like the full 2.5 pre-flop. Lighter Maximo, what's up? Thank you for the good lucks. A hundo. All in button on my desk. You know what is cool, guys? You know what is cool, though, is in this office, if I close the door and I start streaming, my computer starts kicking out a decent amount of heat, and it does actually warm the room. Little multi-purpose computer and space heater. All right. Lighter's asking question. Has the new challenge begun? I would say it has. Yeah. Let me just do the official announcement. I don't really know. I don't really think there's any point waiting around anymore. I'm going to do this no matter what. But, yeah, I mean, you guys get it. In short, we're going to play a bunch of spins, and we're going to track our progress. That's it. I would like to hit $250,000. $250,000 played is my target. And I think that would be acceptable and reasonable. Playing 2 regs all day long. Let's just do this. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Let's simplify that one. Just keep it running like God. Hear that sound? That's the universe backing down. Running like gold. I'll still applaud. Oh, we got action. Is it good action? It's okay action. For $100! 8 of spades. Where's the 8 of spades when you need it, eh? I'm running like God. Hear that sound? That's the universe backing down. Should be announced sometime in May. Well, wait, when did we announce the last 50K challenge? That was like pretty much May, right? May, June, July, August. Yeah, pretty much. All right, yep. Screw it. But what I will say though, guys, is I'm gonna backdate it. So like, if I announce it, if I announce it in a week's time, I'm gonna include all the results from the start of this year. There's absolutely no reason why those shouldn't count towards the challenge. I mean, if we wanted to be really clever, we could announce it from the start of that downswing, or the end of that downswing, I should say. Just like look like a super genius. Just crop out that little blip. Min raise. Oh God, I can't wait to play. Mr. Zero, what are you gonna do? No action. We are announcing a challenge that we should complete today. Oh, you got me good. Got me good. Whoa, thank you very much, Poopsers. What a name. What a name, Mr. Poopsers. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome. Let's do one of these. Sorry, Poopsers. That is the old challenge. We completed that one. You can look at the results on Instagram if you want, though. We are doing a new challenge this year, and we are targeting $250,000. We are going to play $250,000 worth of volume. So the 50K challenge was we're going to play $50,000 and see what happens. This is going to be $250,000, and we're going to see what happens. We managed to complete our last challenge with a small ROI, a small positive ROI. What I would say, though, as well, is there was a lot of learning because that was when the Spin and Goes just became the new format. It was much faster, not as acclimatized to this, but we should be doing pretty well now. Come on, baby. Hold the baby. Let's go. Good luck in the meeting, Mr. Monkey. It's like betting in Super Bowl in the fourth quarter. Exactly. Yeah, will Nick do it? We announced it in December. I rolled a 0 here, guys. I rolled a 0 on this bad boy, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to do one of these. We rolled a 0, baby. Rolling zeros for fun. I ain't. Jack and a 10 with the clubs. This is a really, really beautiful hand to have a smaller ISO. We're calling a shove if we need to. Wish me luck. Okay, what happened to my explosion? Why does it trigger some of it and not all of it? It's very, very weird. Anyway, that was a win. Sometimes it does one, sometimes it does the other. I'm afraid that's not going to fly with me, sir. Just one more spin. And I think we're allowed to just do like this. This is an interesting one. He snap calls on the turn. Didn't bet the flop. I think there's a chance our opponent just has a straight draw or a flush draw here on the river. I am very seriously considering a queen high call. Our opponent did not bet flop, not interested in the flop at all. Snap called the turn, didn't even think about raising. Are we about to queen high hero call like an absolute genius? We're about to find out. Oh, the queen higher, baby! Oh, oh, goodness gracious me, the timing tells. Oh, man. Oh, man. Sometimes poker is so righteous. I absolutely love it when a plan comes together, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love it. Pop Lucker says, play 250K, that's the challenge. Very original, never heard of a type of challenge in use. Plus, if short at the end there, you can just increase the bind. So in the previous iteration, Pop Plucker, I kind of promised that it would only be at one specific stake because that was kind of like a study of like what you could accomplish at a specific stake. I think that will be mostly true in this one as well. But I will have some slightly higher stakes in there as well this year, just as part of the overall plan. Spin Jumper, thank you for the follow. Renan Pangi, thank you for the follow as well. Pair of nines on the Riv. Might even put in a little value bet here. I don't think our opponent has a king or a 10. Yeah, we rolled this one. We got ISO. Nice. And the Jack-9 is going to be a limp. We're calling a shove if we need to. Otherwise, we're going to play this pot like a deuce. King of Poker. Oh, he's trying to bluff us. He's trying to bluff us. QC says, that's the kind of poker I'm here for. Nice call. Thank you. I liked it too. Our opponents will have spades here, but we're not folding a jack. King of Poker definitely can have spades here. Too bad about that flush we got. It's too bad about that flush we got. Exploit sizing. Maximum exploit sizing. I got the same hand. Can we kill the King of Poker? Put him down. Put him down. Put him down. Yeah, there we go. That was a fun one. So yeah, Pop Plucker, the 250K thing, it's going to be fun. It sounds way bigger than it is. That's only 10,000 spinning goes, which over the course of 12 months is like not that insane. But it's a challenge. That's a lot of volume still for somebody that isn't playing just spinning goes full time. Like I'm obviously streaming and doing commentary stuff with PokerStars and trying to be a good poker ambassador for PokerStars and all the other stuff that goes with that. The Queen High call, Mr. Bombastic Special. All right, so All right, we can put in a value bet now. 6 or a 4? I see. Putting those rules into play increases the challenge. Going to consider like a challenge for myself. Huge leak is lack of volume as I exit games often early to bank a win. So I'm assuming you're playing more cash then in that case. Or do you mean like you withdraw from your account? But yeah, you know, like 10,000 games in 12 months is like really, for a professional spin and go player should be doing like 4 times that or more, you know, in a year. Yeah, we're just going to bet here as though we have top pair. It's pretty straightforward there. Our opponents will not have an ace that often based on the preflop action. We're not calling this jam just yet. Good old Chelik on our left, eh? Top Chelik. Tom says, do you know if this is happening, how many spins you are up to so far? I do, yeah. So far we've played 1,116 spinning goes. This year I will allow other spinning goes to count. I'm okay with including some smaller, some bigger, but like the vast majority will be at 25. So like it will still be like very, very representative of like the theme of it, right? What we're not going to do is like we're not going to play like $100 games at the end to try and make it up, but we will be playing some hundreds throughout the year for Big Spin Fridays, which I'm trying to get off the ground. Ace 2, no, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I think against a player that we don't recognize, the float is going to be as potent as the check raise. So let's try this and see if he slows it down, and if not, we'll try and take it away later. One big blind on the turn. This isn't screaming weakness to me. We're going to sneak in with a wider limp than usual as well. I think this is a great spot just to check and take a turn and see what happens. And if they do snap check the turn, we're going to try and take it away with one big blind. Timing tells everywhere today, guys. I mean, we must win. Value bet. What's up, Calvin? Same assessment on the queen high call. Can you mark that for review on the solver? Yeah, that's a great idea. We'll have to review it later on, though. I need to re-up my my subscription to GTO Wiz. I'm doing that like this weekend. What was the hero call? Was it Queen 10? Yeah, this is the one. Mark for review. I'll mark it for review and see if we can get something, but my GTO Wiz subscription ended. I need to reinstall. I would be surprised. Oh, it's Stranky. God damn it, Stranky. Just kidding. I would be surprised if the solver has anything to say about that, because what we're trying to accomplish here is pure exploit. Pure exploit. It'll be like quite a bit less than 10,000 total, right, Tom? Because let's say on Fridays, on like not all Fridays even, let's say some Fridays, me and Texas Tomo play some higher stakes, right? Like if we do a 2-hour stream, I'll probably play like 10 or 15. He'll play 10 or 15, but that will be like a pretty decent chunk into the overall, you know. That will be a decent chunk into like the total. But it will be less than 10,000 if we include a couple hundreds, yeah. But yeah, Calvin, the issue that we encounter with this situation is our opponent, if we look up in the solver, the computer would play the flop differently. Very likely, and probably also would play the turn differently, and therefore like the actual resulting output is not nearly as useful. Pop Plucker says, true, cash is primary, not usually withdrawing account, trying to grow balance to play bigger stakes, just get triggered to exit table and bank small wins. Yeah, I mean, look, so I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but what I would say is, assuming this is something that happens online, you're playing online more. It sounds like that anyway. What I would say is, in real life, online and offline, but I would say that like live poker, this is more extreme. Taking small wins off of what could be like a very, very good live game is probably like massively minus EV. I appreciate that, like, you don't want to sit as deep. If you're not feeling comfortable at 200 big blinds, like, you don't feel as confident. I get that as well. But like, you probably want to try and maybe just study a bit more to know how to play the higher stakes, or in general, like, ask yourself why you're doing that and try and address that issue, basically. Because very often, if you want to be great at cash, the best opportunities that occur will not always happen in conditions that you find most comfortable. I don't know this guy at all, so we're going to make a much tighter fold than usual. The Queen-9 call here is probably fine, though, against a reg. It's getting pretty close, right? So what I'm saying, Pot, is like, if you want to play cash and you want to be really good, a lot of times the most profitable environments that you'll find yourself in will be the ones where you feel the most uncomfortable. And also, it might happen at times where, you've been having a good session, you've got 250, 300 big blinds in front of you, something like that. This is definitely an exploit ISO. Okay, fair enough. Could probably justify a check there against a reg, but anyway. So like, you're playing a session, you're up to like 300 big blinds, and suddenly like a bunch of like big players join, but you can tell that they're really, really bad at poker. Walking away before they join because you're feeling uncomfortable about that, or walking away because you're feeling exposed, you might be missing out on like what might be the most profitable session for you that month. You know what I mean? All right, everyone's pretty even Stevens here. Blinds are up again. 10 big blinds in a dream. Stranky! That little, like shark that gives a little kiss is, like, way too funny. The hat sits perfectly on his head. That's incredible. His little character puts a little hat on. All right, if we see a push here, we're going to have to call this time. If he limps, we can push, though, as well. He seems to be very willing to limp fold, which is fantastic for our edge. And let this one go. But, yeah, like, cash is an interesting one because so much of your win rate is associated with your exposure to specific players. And if you find yourself leaving good games because of stuff like that, it's like, I do think you're capping your win rate to a certain degree. In an ideal world, you'd sit down at a game and the game would be great, and then you'd just you'd run really good against those guys and you can get out. But a lot of times you're going to be in for some cash, you're going to get buried, you're going to win it back, and then the game gets good, but now you're deeper stacked than you wanted, and there's a lot that goes into it like that. Stranky! Oh, dominated. Dominated! Yeah, the tray 5 call is mandatory, though. He's got 1.5 bigs or whatever. You can't miss it. Started the hand with 2.5, excuse me. All right, so let's do it. We're heads up against Milan here. So far, a little bit more passive tendencies. Start with a bet on this board. We're probably going to see a lot more walks. We're probably going to get a lot more folds from our jams as well, generally speaking. So let's lean into those. Ooh, can the 5 hold here? The ace-deuce call is fine. Pop Plucker says agree and thank you for the pointer. Certainly will be a thought about before exiting tables. You know, on the flip side of that though as well, like I'm not trying to tell you off. It's like on the flip side as well, if you kind of know your strengths and weaknesses, like that's usually a good thing to do. Is like be like, I don't feel comfortable in this situation, and if you don't feel comfortable, you're probably not playing well, and you're probably not going to respond well to like good players trying to take advantage of that either, right? So if you're 200 big blinds deep and you're feeling like really uncomfortable, and then suddenly like a confident player is blasting off into you, you're probably not going to make as clear-headed decisions as you might like. Calvin says, it seems your 2 big blind ISOs are always the top of your range, or have I not seen enough volume? It's definitely a volume thing, Calvin, yeah. In this case against Milan, that was in a very, very short stack situation, and also specifically to exploit this player. But it should be balanced in all their positions. I almost never adjust my my ISO size for the strength of my hand. It's usually specifically to do with the stack depth. This is an annoying one, guys. Like, I do think he could have a 9 or a 10 here, but I think that he could also have a 5 that we have out kicked, and he can also have all the missed draws as well, which are unblocking. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. A lot of players will just lead the 9 on the turn as well, so like he's kind of under-repped his hand, but I think he's played his hand fine. Like, I think that's a good way to play your hand in general. Come on, give me a little double. All right, we got to call this one. Too short to fold any 2 here. Technically, there's probably some folds, but nice hand to Milan there, yeah. I think the call with the king 5 is fine. It's going to be okay. Like, are we going to have the best hand there? He bets half pot, so we need to have the best hand 25% of the time or more, and that's like easily in there. Yeah, Calvin, if you go back and look at the ones where I've done 2, I've either expressly said that I'm doing this as an exploit, or it's because we are extremely shallow. So heads up at like, 6 big blinds effective or 7 big blinds effective, or blind v blind when they've limped at like 10. Again, these are spots that probably are being misplayed from the player out of position in the first place most of the time. Unlucky in the hundo anyway. Yeah, we'll call this one in the 2x multi. Nice. True, it's those rigs that have deep stacks that are on my mind when considering early exit. Yeah, I mean, like, and then there's another. Ask yourself another question: is rather than going, I'm deep now and I feel uncomfortable. Go, ask yourself: are any of these guys going to put me in a tough spot? Like you could be 500 big blinds deep, and if nobody ever 3-bets, then like you've got no reason to be afraid, right? You're just gonna. You can be 500, 600, 1,000 big blinds deep, and if nobody 3-bets you and nobody check raises and nobody like makes any moves, like you can just play face up and there's no fear whatsoever, right? Jack is an interesting card. JJ, thank you for the follow. So on the river, it's a bit of a tricky one. We're gonna be winning a lot. I guess we'll just check here now. Same hand. Maybe we could bet something there. Jay in the chat says, "Hey Nick, new here. Do you only grind spin and go?" So I don't only grind spin and go, but this is the game that I've played the most in my career. Now we're at 12. Spin and goes are the game that I specialize in, and they're the game that I've played the most, and probably I'm the most skilled in. Second after that would probably be heads up sit and goes, which are basically spin and goes without the spinner, and there's only one player to play. But I've also had lots of experience playing cash. I've played plenty of tournaments in my life, but I've never been a tournament pro. As in MTTs, these are obviously tournaments as well. Yeah, we just run these ones. Wish me luck, guys. Zero can still ISO fold here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, a bit of a delayed call there. Get lucky, baby. But yeah, Jay, I would say I'm probably most known for spinning goes in terms of like actual poker played. People also know me from my work with PokerStars as a PokerStars ambassador. I do a lot of commentary as well. So I do commentary for the European Poker Tour. I've done some commentary for the APPT, the Asia Pacific Poker Tour. I've done commentary for BSOP. I've done commentary for WSOP in a very small fashion. Did a couple hours. The last time PokerStars was involved with that. Last time we were given the privilege. Good afternoon, Brian Nicholson. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Can we get Jack High to showdown? Jack High is the win? Jack High is the nuts, potentially. King High. And this is always a min raise. And, of course, the kings are going to be a nice hand to get all in here. Bit of a cold deck, though, to be fair. Ace Queen definitely very reasonable all in there. But yeah, Jay, I'm about to announce a challenge for 2026. I'm doing, I'm going to play $250,000 worth of $25 spinning goes, and I'm going to track all of the results. I anticipate that by the end of the year, I should be able to have a couple % ROI after rake back. Obviously, it depends how quickly I get through the games as well, right? Because I'm in the same reward program as everyone else at the moment. I'm on gold, which is where we left off after we did our 50K challenge last year. So I'll be at diamond within 1 or 2 chests, but I do think we could get to black this year. That's sick. I've seen your commentary before. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support. If you don't already follow me on my socials, Jay, drop me a follow here as well. It's just me sharing fun stuff and let you know when commentary is going to be on and all that sort of jazz. The only thing I really ever sell is my Spin and Go chart pack, which is available on my website, and there's a discount code on the Discord if you want for that too. But I don't push it in people's faces. It's something that I use pretty much every day when I'm studying, and it's just a really, really useful thing that I think people benefit from if you're interested. But other than that, not going to sell you any other courses or anything like that. I would love to make a proper Spin and Go masterclass at some point, but that's a huge undertaking. King 9. King High for the win. Yeah, we're going to try and get King High to showdown here. Hopefully we're beating King High, Queen High or something like that. That would be nice. Pop Plucker says, Versiero, I saw your King 10 open in position 4 big blinds. So it was an ISO. It was a raise versus limp at 10 big blinds. So what that is, Pop Plucker, is heads up. You don't have to employ these strategies, but they are a bit more advanced. But heads up, there are usually 2 sizes you can use when you raise versus limp. Texas Tomo, I think, refers to this as the dynamic ISO size strategy. So at 10 big blinds effective, you can raise to 2.5 big blinds, which is like a standard size, a standard opening. And then there's another classification of hand. I mean, this is technically a call. I don't know. Against zero, I feel obliged to call here. Wish me luck, guys. Yeah, we don't lose too much here in the equity here. Equity department 10. So basically, Pop Plucker, let me see if I actually have the hand here still. It wasn't in this game, was it? It was in the previous one. Okay, anyway, so it would have been raise versus limp. But basically, the idea is that there's a classification of hand that prefers to put in more chips than just the standard size, and there's a lot of that. There's a lot that goes into it. Hands like ace queen offsuit, ace king offsuit don't want to raise to that smaller size because, first of all, they're a very strong hand, but they don't have nearly as much playability post flop as they like. So when you give the solver the option to go all in or raise to a normal size or check or whatever, it always defaults to the larger size. But if you give the solver an oversized ISO, usually it's about 1/3 of the total effective stack. It employs that strategy because what you're doing is you're charging your opponent sufficiently without exposing the entire stack, as in without forcing them to fold for the entire stack. The other cool aspect of this is if we have this massive oversized size and we're using it with combinations that actually make sense to do that. So let's say that we're always doing it with ace king, ace queen, offsuit not suited. What we can do is we can start to balance in complete nonsense hands. We can start doing the same thing with 7 deuce off and 8-3 off and like 8 deuce off and all these trashy hands that have otherwise no playability from that position. We're going to do that at a very small frequency. But what ends up happening is we have a better way to play our hands that would default as a shove in a more profitable way. And then also it allows us to make hands that are otherwise completely unplayable into slightly more profitable prospects. So raising 7 deuce offsuit to 4 big blinds at 10 big blinds effective might sound ridiculous, but suddenly a hand that's basically always a check fold and like completely worthless and massively minus EV has something that we're adding to it that makes it a slightly more profitable combination. And if we can make all of our least profitable and or losing combinations slightly more profitable, our entire win rate becomes more profitable as a whole, right? If we're thinking about this in terms of big blinds per 100, like aces wins chunks, kings wins chunks, 7 deuce off never wins anything, 8-3 off never wins anything. So you're always at war. You're trying to make your most profitable hands as profitable as possible, and the ones that lose money as least profitable as possible. Less profitable than the alternative. Anyway, King 10 off is a good example of a hand that is happy to shove versus limp there, but is actually better as a ISO not all in, but for the large size. If we are going to use a normal size, King 10 suited works much better because once that we get called, we have much better playability with the suited hands. Tom says black chests are tough to get without cash games. I mean, they're definitely tough to get. I agree. What I would say, though, is spin and goes are a fantastic format for unlocking bonuses, right? I would say probably even more so than cash. If you're multi-tabling all that stuff. Okay, I missed the limp. Sorry to not properly identify it. No problem. Makes much more sense. It's interesting, Pop Plucker, and it's really difficult to get right. I spent ages. I'm still learning now, but like, it's something that I'm much better at. But I spent ages like fucking it up to try and figure out how to do it right. Like just like learning through experimentation, I suppose, is a good way to describe it. But yeah. It's not so much learning the pre-flop that's tricky, it's executing the post-flop. That can get really, really weird, but I'm starting to get the hang of it for sure. It's definitely improved my red line a lot. Eights into kings, we're always going to go broke with eights here, so this isn't really anything weird. This guy has a ton of notes on him as well. This is annoying that he did this. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else we can do. We're just going to play our hand like that, and that's it. 7-6 is definitely a push here as well. Ocho. Nice hand. Yep, King 7 is the right call. 7-6 is the right push. We're just running into the dominating hand, unfortunately. The interesting thing about the dynamic ISO thing is that also, for a little while, I was trying to learn how to do it, and I had friends of mine who play a lot of spinning goes were saying like, "Oh, it's not worth it. Like, just don't bother. Just play it as a push, and it just like simplifies the equation." And their argument was, if you look at the solver, the actual difference in EV isn't that significant. But like in real life, I think that the difference is so much bigger. When you're looking at the EV output of a solver, it'll tell you what it thinks the value of a move is compared to another move. But that's assuming that your opponent knows exactly what you're doing and is adjusting and is playing a perfect strategy against that move. And basically nobody is playing well against the dynamic ISOs. Lose the minimal with the bad hands and win the most with the good hands. Something like that. Losing the least most with the bad hands. Hey, Tom. What happened to that button? Toasty. There it is. Toasty. Speaking of which, the Toasty one is coming from the Better TV. I can actually make that and install that for us, Tom. Oh, I forgot about this button. That actually is randomized. That will actually do randomly heads or tails. I forgot about that. See if we can get a tails. Did we get a tails? I missed it. Oh, wrong button. I missed it again. Yeah, randomized. A sicko. Yeah, thank you. I hate shoving the weak queens here, but we have to do it. Let's go! Let's go to Tesco. It's a dominator. It's a dominator. Pop Lucker says, on another topic, how is PokerStars controlling the invasion of the bots? I would say with an iron fist. Our game integrity team is without a doubt the best, the brightest, the most sophisticated of any website, for sure. I actually found a video the other day of this guy doing a deep dive into like poker bots, and you know, he sort of starts by saying, hey, you know, there's like a lot of bots out there, blah, blah, all this stuff, and proceeds to then say, one thing I will note is, or just to be clear, all of the data that we've mined, which indicates that these specific players are bots or whatever, have come from these sites, and it's never from PokerStars. It's never, ever, ever from PokerStars. No, it's randomized, Tom. It actually the button is built into Stream Deck, and it randomizes which video to play. It's cool though, right? I had this built and I've never used it. It's a bit slow. I kind of need them to play a little bit faster, I think. Hey, this is a good one.
Lost another flip. I might quit 15 times in a row. I'm so sick. Lost another flip. I might quit 15 times.
I think I can change the speed, right? What if I do 150%? Doesn't sound quite right. 125. That's a bit better, isn't it? Cool. Like, if we're actually in the middle of a big decision, this is still probably too slow to help us make it, right? I mean, heads should probably always be like call, and the other one would be fold. And yeah, Pop Plucker. Basically, PokerStars integrity is game integrity is super serious. Like, it's like a proper massive, very serious department. They take their job very seriously. They're very, very good at detecting that sort of thing. And in my entire time as a poker player, not just as an ambassador for PokerStars, I've never heard of any major scandals in that department. And like I said, I've watched a fair amount of anecdotal sort of videos, stuff about the topic, and there is almost never, if at all, any serious amount of volume that's been detected and like mapped as bot activity from PokerStars as a network. Yeah, of course, that would be great. I mean, I dream of a day when PokerStars is back all over America. All right, we're gonna check the river, but not because we're scared. We're gonna check because we want them to bluff the miss straight draw, miss flush draw combo on the turn, and obviously control the pot a little bit if we get unlucky here. Our opponent turns up here with 4-3 of spades, which is fine. We're not gonna get a call from that combo that often anyway. Chelik! Get out of my pab. Now, this is an interesting one because technically we can 3-bet jam King 9 of Hearts. I don't actually have any information on Chelik specifically about the size here, but I say size, sorry, about the min raise at the stack depth, but warning bells going off in my brain for some reason. I missed it again. I got one eventually, Tom. Tom. All right, we got sevens. The effective stack is less than 10 big blinds. Let's just get all the chips in the middle. Ace-4 is totally fair here. It's too bad about that diamond. Get cooked. Get cooked. A sicko. What a sicko. Toasty. Got him. Got him. Got him. Jay Houtra. Here's another very talented spin and go player. Undersea Monkey. I have a gif of get out of my pub, where the caption is get out of my pot. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it will read great, but we could do it. We could use some more animated pot thingies. Big bet flop. Big bet on the flop. The ace shouldn't really change too much. You know what? I bet you any money we're supposed to do something like this now. I bet you it's something like this. Check, check, river. Oh, the 4.5 on the turn gets paid. All right, we got to mark that one for review because I'm pretty sure, I feel really confident that we recently looked at a spot very similar, and my instinct was to jam, but I'm pretty sure we're supposed to have some silly size like that on the turn. I'm really excited to see that one because I want to double check my work on this bad boy. 4.5. Yeah, it's a straight half pot, right? No, it's a little bit less, excuse me. But in relation to our stack, this definitely feels appropriate. Can we get him off a chop? Can we get him off of a chopper? Flamin'. A recent attack on the sweepstakes model reminds me of how we lost access back then. Wonder if a lobby or a big donut. I honestly, mate, the politics behind that are nuts. Yvonne is asking, is Brendan Walsh from 90210 your uncle? I wish. I wish. I'm afraid not. How you doing, though? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're going to need proper GTO Wiz to look at that spot, though. We're going to need the full access, which I'll sort out this weekend. I think it's a fold. I can't remember this one. Don't remember the defend there. Yeah, this is one of our big, I say big, this is a 3x ISO. When we roll low. Once we get the king, this is an interesting prospect. Our opponent shouldn't have an ace that often based on the pre-flop action. They will have some better king X once in a while, but for the most part, that's just an instant win. And the king 5 spades smasheroo here at 9 effective. I still want it. I think we are still going to commit here. All right, wish me luck, guys. Nice. Yeah, fair enough. I was going to say I'm kind of targeting some high cards and some 5x there. You know, if your opponent rivers is straight, you're not going to get him to fold it. Interesting, 5-7 didn't want to take a stab at that flop as well, to be fair. All good. I like the move, though. I think it's going to be good when they don't have 7-5 exactly. I'm all in. All right, it's not done yet. Yeah, a straight is good, Denfis. Ah, he's got the big shark. He's got the big shark. Spinning Go champion. Yeah, we're gonna unlock the big shark soon. Challenges. We are 840 of 1,500. All right, we won that game. Nice. I like the line. I actually, part of why I think that's a good move is because there is a huge amount of 7x that just wants to bet the flop. In fact, 7-5 specifically, I think, is a combination that probably wants to bet that board a decent amount. Could be completely wrong. I would think that a hand like 7 high that has a gut shot is always going to probably feel good about just betting that flop quite often. What's really annoying about that pot, though, is that if he doesn't improve into the straight, I think we probably actually end up winning it a fair amount as well. We found a very specific situation where I think that our opponent will end up having quite a lot of weak showdown, or simply even just like high cards, like, you know, not even a hand as strong as like a pair and a gut shot. And under those circumstances, I think that we do really well. The 7 being the straight is going to be way better for us than I think it will be for our opponent based on the flop play. And for that reason, I feel really good about it. I feel good about it. Sometimes your opponent has 7-5 for some random reason, but, you know, that's just the universe trying to make you feel bad about yourself. Yeah, maybe, Tom. Maybe. I mean, obviously, I'm locked in to try and get my shark first. That big shark is really cool. Although they definitely missed a trick. The shark should have had different names. Should have been Sharky, and then, like, Tiger Shark, and then, like, Great White, and then, like, Megalodon. All right, the grind continues. I'll take my chances. I'd say Jay is one of the better regs, though, to be fair. I've played against this guy a lot, and he seems to just be a very talented, tough opponent. There are many like that at these stakes. One 60190. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing? I've been drinking too much, and I'm Jay Howard. All right, this is not too dissimilar. We actually have more blocker potential here. Let's go ahead and turn this into a bluff. This is pretty much the same spot again. Nice. Yeah, we have the 8 of spades. We're blocking the flush. Let's take a look at the spot before we move on. So here we are blocking the flush and blocking the straight. So the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight, and obviously the combination of spades that becomes the flush with the 8 of spades. Our opponent not betting the flop also does limit the number of flush draws that they have. Obviously, the better your flush draw, the more likely you are to check. Ace high flush draw, king high flush draw on these boards are great flush draws to check because you don't always want to bet your flush draws. Having king high and ace high in these textures at this stack depth, you'll have the best hand with those combos anyway. But this is textbook. I'd say that this is also textbook. Like, another opportunity for us to kind of exploit the fact that there's a decent amount of 5x that wants to bet the flop. Obviously, like 7-5 is immediately just a very good combination to be betting with here most of the time. I think this is pretty much standard. We just need to sort of like assume that we're going to take this down most of the time and proceed from there. Nice hand, though, Mr. J. Wrapping up my afternoon spin sesh. Relieved not to have crossed your path after you pwned me yesterday. Come on, mates. Come on, Brav. You know, as long as we have a bit of a, as long as we have a method, I feel good about these spots in general, right? Like, I think that's, it's not enough for our opponent just to check the flop, and then like, okay, he checked the flop, and like now we're trying to win the pot. Like we're actually like making a move based on information, based on like tendencies, based on frequencies, based on blockers. There's just that was a particularly like potent spot where we're supposed to just have lots of bluffs with that combo specifically. Interestingly enough, obviously we have equity against a fair number of hands. By leading that turn, we end up having the draw ourselves. We end up having the draw and sometimes 2 draws against like second pair and stuff like that that checks flop. So there we are. All Gucci. Netty's asking, were you looking for a straight? I mean, sometimes it's mostly a bluff, Netty. We're blocking the flush draw. We're blocking we're blocking the made flush and the made straight, and our opponent has checked the flop. So the number of flush draws that they have starts to be somewhat limited, although obviously not completely non-existent. In some cases, like I said, we're leading with a monster draw against second pair. 2 over cards, a gut shot, and a flush draw is usually going to be pretty cool too. So sometimes we just make our draw, and then we're happy with the outcome there as well. Clubs or a 5. Nice. Soda Pop says, I've been trying to get back in the rhythm / habit on bet sizes again since taking such a long break. It's a good shout. All right, let's do this. Winter is a very good spin and go player. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know what to do here. Okay, never mind. What is going on here? Okay, I must be thinking of someone else because I don't know what the hell that was. I guess my label messed me up because if I had him marked in blue, I would have called the flop. I think I'm thinking of a different Winter, apparently. Because there's really no justification for that move. Okay. All right, never mind. I must be thinking about someone else. Poplucker says, seeing mostly 2x pots of 50. When playing for larger, does it affect your strategy like bluff use and value size? Not really. The game should be mostly the same. The only thing I would say is certain opponents will play worse, and they will play tighter and more passively in higher multipliers, so you should adjust to exploit that. But for the most part, your strategy shouldn't change that much. That's quite a subtle difference, but it can be quite potent in your overall win rate. All right. Yeah, Denfis, what was that? Queen high for the win? Okay, never mind. Ah, my name is Mike. That's who I'm thinking of. Thank you. That is exactly who I'm thinking of. Thank you, Mr. Mike. Like, spot on the exact person I'm thinking of. Circadian, what's up? Good to see you. Don't panic. Oh, we really wanted action there. Trap? Ah! That's our bad. That is our bad. Oh. I mean, honestly. Perfect. Well done, sir. Nice hand. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Thank you. King high for the win. I guess the other thing I might add, though, as well is Pot was asking about, does the strategy change depending on the size of the multiplier? The only other thing I would mention is because the multipliers now affect the speed of the game, if it's a 2x or a 3x multiplier, we're going to be much more inclined to play a faster strategy. Like, if there's a spot where we can be all in with a hand profitably rather than playing it slow, we're going to play the faster version of it. That's the other thing I would add. Like, and then obviously the deeper stacked we are, the more time we have to grind. I'm going to commit to the bluff, guys. Wish me luck. Nice. That's my night. This is my show. Jack with an 8. I'm running like God. A little bit of protection. We take some protection on the turn. Whoa. 3x all of a sudden. Can we put in a trap here? Might still work as a trap. King and a deuce. Oh, straight into ace king. Why not? 4. Oh! Goodness gracious me. Cold deck into magic. Just your classic cold deck straight into magic. All right, we got a little bit there. Maybe betting the turn is better. He turned up here with a jack. But I do think that if we bet the turn, we're not going to get a river bet. Very reasonable flop for 8-7. This is an incredibly reasonable spot for 8-7. Just limp call a 30-year stack. Limp call a 30-year stack, flop a straight. Just call a third of my stack with 8 high, flop a straight against two over cards and a gut shot. Story checks out. Never completely dead though. Nice hand, buddy. All right, we're going to do one of these guys. $16 big blinds and a dream. Oh, trapping aces. Trapping aces like a boss. Big pickup there anyway at non-showdown. Reek's asking, how many tables do you play on average, Nick? So if I'm not on stream, I'll play usually 3 or 4. I mean, obviously I'll play a mix depending on how I'm feeling, but I'll play up to 4, I would say. And you know, like if I were to go back to playing full-time spinning goes, I'd probably try and play at least 100, if not 200 games a day. Yeah, 4 big blind ISO. And the Tramp of Destiny. Tramp of Destiny, let's go. We didn't just trap them, we tramped them. I've been broke so long, winning wheels feels like work. Now I'll rake it in. Rake it in. Trap. Oh, Vanessa. Oh, Vanessa. Nice hand. Raquenya.
Change me, I shrug and say some bills get paid on time now, but the past still hums. Money's just a jacket, keeps you warm till spring. It don't fix everything, but it sure helps things. Yeah, I rake it in, chip by chip, slow and thin. Didn't come here just to almost win. I came to rake it in. Stack on stack to the ceiling. Feels like luck, feels like healing. I was counting pennies, counting sins. Now I rake it in. Rake it in.
What's up, John? How are you doing, Mr. John Delano? The man, the myth, the legend. Ugh. Awful spot. Much better spot. Much better spots. Oh, King 3 of diamonds. Don't do that. Don't do that, Vanessa. Don't do that, buddy. Yeah, nice hand. John says, I just received the Nick mentioned you in a comment email from Discord. What? Still no Nick went live on Twitch, though. I thought my vote was still feeling ill. What? Reek says, so you don't chase the daily leaderboards. I struggle with 6 tables. No idea how they play 12. So it depends, Reek. So at the moment, there's no leaderboard on. But also what I would say is PokerStars leaderboards generally don't tend to be like rake races. They tend to just be like a system where you play a certain number of games. You do a certain number of runs or attempts. And then based on your points, they award you a spot on leaderboard from that instead. That can change. Sometimes they will do grinder leaderboards like that. But for the most part, PokerStars leaderboards these days are you do a certain number of attempts, you try and get your high score, and then your high score goes to leaderboard, and then there's prizes associated with that. King with a Jable. But yeah, Reek, I've never 6 tabled in my life. I mean, I've always done perfectly fine 4 tabling at most. When I was playing spins full time, 4 tabling was my absolute max, and I was still playing 200, 300 games a day. The one interesting thing about, or an interesting thing about the new Spin and Go sort of merged player pool, it would appear that every individual point seems to have a much larger impact. So every individual chip that you win on average in this new format has a larger impact than previously felt in reg speed Spin and Goes. So playing tons of tables, you're going to play a lot of volume. Absolutely, you're going to get through a ton of poker. But if it costs you even a couple chips per game, then it might not be worth it. I mean, I've always been somebody that tried to play as optimally as possible across whatever tables I have going. We're going to bet like this. If he shoves, we got a call, though, unfortunately. There's going to be too many diamond draws and stuff like that. But we're essentially value betting flop. By the way, Nuba and Vilkas, thank you for the follows, guys. I don't know if I'm getting those alerts or maybe I missed them. Pocket Jables, baby. Let's go. Wow, not the best start. Not the best flop, eh? Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, those are more like a rake race kind of thing. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a rake race kind of challenge like that. All right, heads up against Sicko. Start at about 8 big blinds effective. Don't know this guy much, so we're being a bit more. We're playing a bit more of a cagey game at the moment. We have folded a couple spots that could technically be a Nash call. You'd imagine Queens is up there, though. Nice hand. The King Deuce jam here is fine. Definitely not a mistake. Just try not to run into Queens, obviously. Now we're under 4 big blinds effective. 6s is a great wake up, in fact. The Jack Deuce shove here is also okay. I think, yeah, fine. I think Jack Deuce is a shove at like 4 big blinds. Cool. Couple nice setups there at the end are good for us. Tell you what, chat. Might fire up another table today. Tons of equity, no good. King Jack directly into aces. That's always fun. That's always fun. Yeah, let me see if I can make this a bit more tidy for you guys. Is that better? There you go. Is that a bit better? King of poker. 2 tables, 2 regs, not great. Two tables, 2 regs. Not ideal.
Ooh, I put my last $10 in. This game's a game that I can't win. If I fold, I'm in the win.
That was the right move on the right-hand side here.
I don't think it's right to ask you not to pay. But if you fold your cards,
That's probably okay.
and if you win it, I hope it makes you happy. Ooh, and if you don't, you don't have to tell me. Ooh, chips in the middle, it's a shame the world's so brittle, but all it takes is one more shuffle. All it takes is one more shuffle.
2 live cards is fine by me. No action with the kings.
You said it's so proud. Oh, babe, your cards are
John, you naughty boy. The current buy-in seems a little bit off. It's been a while since we've done this, huh?
but if you fold your cards, that's all. And if you win it, I hope it makes you happy. Ooh, and if you don't have to tell me. Ooh, chips in the middle, it's a shame the world's so brittle, but all it takes is one more shuffle. All it takes is one more shuffle.
I don't know what's going on with that thing. For some reason, my font, that font is broken in OBS. It's really annoying. The king deuce is a call technically, but it's right on the cusp. This one is right on the cusp as well. Tell you what's not on the cusp. Trap checking aces pre-flop on the left. See if Frequenia bites. Can we get a Frequenia Nible? I guess we gotta just give him the rope and hope for the best, right? Let him blast off. Hopefully we got him beat here. We do have him beat. He turns up here with 9-7. I'm surprised the 7 didn't go for the value shove, to be honest. That's what I would have done. All right, another game, baby. Two X multipliers everywhere. Predatory bird. I mean, no shade to this guy, but you're about to open your PokerStars account. They're like, what's your username going to be? And you're like, I know, Predatory Bird. It's like it's like he couldn't think of the word eagle. He's like, what? Hey, John, what do you call that sort of that thing that flies around and it eats other things? Predatory bird? That's right, predatory bird. Thank you. That's right, predatory bird. Wow. Not a good river for us technically, but how do we not win every time now? Go on, just have a 6. Just have a 6, please. I don't know. I don't think we can call, but there we are. And then like a week later, he was like, oh, no, I meant eagle. Best predatory bird is a vulture. Fair, fair. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Can we get any action with top pair? Pocket nines is huge. I know. Predatory Bird called it off with 10 high. Not sure about that, senor. We managed to spike an 8 here. We won't be folding. Question is whether or not we just ship on him now, though. Probably this is better. I think so. Wish me luck, guys. We want some protection with our hand, right? We want some protection. Oh, no! Oh, not fucking outkicked with the 8. That's so fucking gross. All right, let me mark that for review, guys. I mean, we're just going to be winning so often with the 8-7. Our hand wants protection. I think it's pretty straightforward. Fucking King 8 of spades, huh? Wow. It's a very specific flop. Huh. Like, we're going to run into some bigger hands, obviously. Nice. We're going to run into some bigger hands, but, like, also, Reg is going to have tons of bluffs in this situation, too. Some of those bluffs will contain overcards to the 8, which are very difficult for us to identify on a later street, so I don't know. I'm not confident, but I feel like the shove is never going to be bad. That is not a straight. 5 of diamonds, not a straight. Cool. Wow, I mean, it's pretty cool that he can play his hand that way, but it's an interesting line. Jack of diamonds in hand. Danko likes the shove. What's up, Lawler? Sickles Walsh. You got it, buddy. Let's do a little delayed bet here if we can on the right. Let's do a little one of these bad boys. King and a 9. 10 and a deuce. Trip 10s. Double gut shot? Pair of 7s and a double gut shot, huh? Missed the whole lot. Oh, of course he's got us outkicked. Of course. On the right-hand side, we're going to call a bet, of course. If he has a 3 or a queen, he's got it. It's fine. I mean, he's going to have a 6 sometimes. He's going to have missed clubs. He's going to have some straight draws as well. The overbet as well. Got him. Our very well disguised hand. This guy's got fucking Queen 7. And we've got the perfect hand to check down with. That's not going to bluff. That also misses every single draw in the book. Not ideal. Value bet the turn. Good value bet. Oh, love that counterfeit on the left. KT looking shallow as hell here. Both players looking shallow as hell here. Can we clean them both up? Lawler says, I'd like to buy you one nice French meal if we get a chance next week. I could just bring it to the broadcast booth. That sounds good to me, mate. Lawler, have you been to... I feel like we've had this conversation before. Have you been to Paris before? I feel like you've been to Paris before. I mean, for the event. Because there's a pub directly opposite the venue called the Canadian Embassy, which is historic for EPT Paris. It has been a staple. EPT Paris has been a staple for all Paris goers. And I also love that it's called the Canadian Embassy because it really sounds like it's the official place. Man, the back and forth over here, eh? Eh? Three. I haven't, but I heard they moved it. So they kind of moved it, but it's just moved to next door. It wasn't, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's in the same venue as it was last time, but it was moved from the hotel sort of like convention space. Good spot for aces. It was moved from like the hotel convention space into the giant sort of mall super convention space next door. Wow. Raquenia, what you like, buddy? What are you like, mon frere? The shove cannot be a bluff, and that means we can't be winning. My hotel is also close, so that's nice. Yeah, nice. But absolutely, we can have a little meal, mate. Sounds good. Nice. 75 bucks on the right. Chop it on the left. Nice. We've had quite a few small multis, but we're winning a fair amount here. We're running really well in our all-ins, at least. Oh my God! Aces is a great hand. Except for when they hit a king. KT just decides to 3-bet jam kings there from the memes. Made a little move with ace-queen there. We have a straight draw. I think we can probably do this. Aces, no action. Ace-6 robbed. Sevens, baby. Trapping jacks. Worst flop ever. I'm not folding. I'm not folding. I'm not folding. What did I say? What did I say? Oh, we got him dominated there. But the cards don't love me back. No, thank you, buddy. I don't like your moves. I don't like your moves. Don't like your movie. All right, chat. We're cooking now, baby. We are running good, and we are cruising. Got him. Pocket jacks, very good against Jack 10 of hearts. One of my favorite treats, Trapper Jacks, especially when the hidden surprises they... Trapper Jacks, especially when the hidden surprises they hold. I mean, trapping jacks when it works is fantastic. Green line goes brrr. Green line goes brat. To be fair, we were so far under. We were so far under in the 50K challenge. We're definitely making up for lost time now, and it feels great. Requena. Requena. We have a straight, but we don't have an ace. Got him. Oh, we chopped him. Chopped him. Limping 7 deuce like an absolute dawn. Ace tray of hearts. I'm all in. I got a specific feeling about that spot, and that's good enough for me. King of hearts. I mean, we pretty much have the nuts, right? Combo draw turn. All right, when we get min 3-bet, we're calling. Sorry, no, it's an ISO. Excuse me, I misspoke. King high for the win. Oh, king high for the win. Oh, yeah, we're going to limp call a shove with 9 high, yeah? Story checks out. Well played, sir. Very good, very good. Unforgivable. Unforgivable punts. Like, truly unforgivable limp call there. Limp call 10 big blinds with 9-7 off. Sure. Sure, well played. Great poker. That green line not only had a good date, but is going back to her place. Wow, Tom. Wow. Does the screen celebration work with 2 tables? Yeah, I think so. The screen celebration thing is built into Twitch. I'm not controlling it from here. The screen celebration is happening like on server side. It's not coming from my computer. Stancius. Thank you very much for the follow, Larcher. Where have you been, dude? How do you not already follow this channel? What have you been up to? Vilkis, thank you for the follow as well. I think I already gave you a shout out, but there's a double shout out just in case. No. Yes. We love these spots. We love these spots as well. This spot we can play. TB the gun. We're not folding yet. Don't know if we can fold the turn either, to be honest. Value bet the 10-8 like a boss. Our guy has ace high for some reason. Which we want to note, by the way, because that pre-flop action was not right. Oh, the 7's good on the right? Yeah, baby. Honestly, we can probably still call this if we wanted to gamble. It's probably not the right call, though. 8-9 would have got there. Stancius. I'm going to put in a trap against Stancius here. We're going to lay a little trap for our friend. I'll take my chances. Can we win $100 today? Yes, we can. What was the craziest EPT final table you've commented on? 2022 Barcelona. Tom knows it by far, and it was legendary. And the people on it, legendary. Delayed bet this one. Can we get some action with the queens? That is a pretty cool flop, guys. I'm not going to lie. All right, we're going to bet quite big on the turn now because we're only really going to get value from this spades or the hearts or the ace. And on the river, we're only losing to king 10. Can we beat king 10? Well, we won $100 on the right. We won 75 on the left if we can stack Andy for 8 big blinds. Against the reg, this is a call. Yes. 2 live cards. Jack. Nice. But you've been known to lie. I'm following 10 people on X, and you are one of them. I don't know how I didn't follow you here. I know, dude. I know. I mean, we've been Twitch buddies for ages. That really surprised me. How you doing anyway? Welcome. It's all good. Oh my God, we're getting it in like a crazy Jack 7. Well, that's not right, guys. How do we get cold deck like that? How the fuck do we get cold deck like that after an absolutely stellar spot? Okay, by the way, we need to note down the other game though, where we had the queens. This one. This is another unforgivable move from our friend. Flat SB multi-way versus button. He was really short as well. 10 effective was. You just got to get these chips in the middle here. You can't be messing around like this. Also, trap, check, ace, XX. Blow. Straight to the moon. Chips are going straight to the moon, people, and I'm loving it. $100 on the left, 50 on the right. Let's go. Said you love me, girl, but you've been known to lie. 10-9 and a jacks isn't so good. Can we make a straight? Can't make it straight. K.on. Mockery, honestly, not only a super legend person, but also, like, insanely good at poker. It's like, it's not even fair. And, like, very, very chill, like, very humble. Like, you just... In terms of, like, people being like, hey, do you know any famous poker players? K.on. is, like... not an individual that like a lot of people immediately recognize by his name, but he is like so accomplished in poker and deserves like GOAT status for sure. Okay. Chelik. Shalik. Yeah, give him the little non-all-in here. Little sneaky non-all-in with the ace-8 of hearts. Give him a little sneaky bet with the ace-8 of hearts. Queen 9. Sixes, baby! Not looking good for the flip here, guys. Nice hand, buddy. Ten. I know, John. It's very, very unreasonable, isn't it? Very unreasonable. Straight! All right, we'll play a couple more games, and then we're going to wrap it for today. I do have some hands marked for review, but like I said, we don't have GTO Wiz at the moment for the post-flop that you guys know I love to do. So it's tricky. Sorry about the stuff in front of the cameras, guys. It's really annoying. In front of the tables, I mean. Said you love me, girl, but you've been on the line. I was his hotel room neighbor in Monte Carlo, and we chatted a bit. Super chill. Very chill. Very chill guy. I got only nice things to say about Kyan. He is a very cool guy. Min raise that one. Definitely got a call for the min ISO here. I'm not allowing that sort of nonsense in my house. Turning sets. You guys, we're turning sets. We're turning sets. Keep the bluffs in. Got quads. Oh, chat. Are we about to get all of it? It's only the quads against the straight. Oh, my days. That is unreasonable in the extreme for our friends. But we take those. We still take those. I'm bluffing on the right-hand side. I'm calling on the left. It's not a very good turn for us. I didn't know he was a DJ and a beamer of the highest caliber back then. Yeah, I mean, he's won several PokerStars high rollers and super high rollers, I think. I can't remember. I think it was 2 years in a row. I think he won Barcelona 2 years in a row. I am very tempted to call on the left here, guys. Against the reg, I know that he's going to be very capable of bluffing in these spots. I mean, he could have missed hearts. He could turn a one-pair hand into a bluff here as well. Yeah, nice. He's going to have the straight, of course, too. I think we end up having a very good bluff catcher against a good player. Against unknowns, we're just going to lose too much, I think, to call, but this is good. So I remember seeing him in Barcelona, and I remember I said to him, hey, you know, I've got a really good feeling. I think you're going to win the super high roller. And he's like, oh, don't say that. Don't say that. And then he won it. And then the following year I said, hey, man, I've got a really good feeling that you're going to win the super high roller. And then he literally did it again. We're going to limp the queen jack suited. Yeah, we're out kicked by both players with the queen. Sure. Sure. Why not? Heart.
Hail to the god of spin, kneel before your king. All in button on my desk, don't you put me to the test. Hail to the god of spin, kneel before your king. All in button on my desk, I'll push a night so till I get to press.
McLaurin says next spin 20x. Let's go. I mean 25x is the possibility. So tricky one on the right here. Obviously, Jax is going to be winning here a ton. Oh. So the ace is probably the kind of card that should slow a king down if they have one as well. I mean, I am tempted to call, but obviously we will run into it once in a while here. It just feels like this isn't how a king would play their hands. Yeah. Well played, Nick. Well played, Nick. Well played us. That was the spot, guys. Mateus absolutely punting his stack off. Would love to see a 25 to end the day. This might be our last one on the right here, the hundo. All right, whatever. Nice hand, buddy. We'll play one more on the left, and then we'll call it quits for today. This is right. Right, guys? Got 3.75 bigs. That was too much to call, but it wasn't that miles off. Do you ever watch a guy called Uncle Ken or Uncle Ken on PokerStars spins for like 20K or 30K on YouTube? I have not seen that, no. Daniel, what you'd imagine I would have done over, based on my sort of background and stuff. PokerStars spins for like 20K? You mean he's playing 1Ks? Okay, we want to lead. We're definitely going to want to punish this with a big raise. Because if he's mid-leading 1, he's going to have tons of draws. And we only get value from those in that fashion. Pocket Kings any good? Nice hands. Mitza. No, thank you. All right, so 75 and 100 to finish today. Let's try and get as many EVs as we can, and then we'll take a look at our graph for the day. I guess today we've played a little bit more volume than usual since we fired up some 2 tables at the end. Not that I'm aware of, Larcher. I don't know any info about Sunday Million ahead of time. I think we got to change the avatar again, Tom. I don't know if I'm feeling the boombox avatar anymore. I'm loving the boombox. I'm still loving the box. It needs a new sticker or something, but... Mitza. Maybe he's got a leading range here for some reason. I have no idea what this lead from a reg is supposed to be, so I'm going to let it go, but... Don't know. Definitely want to keep an eye on that, because that is goofy. Go that one. Pair of deuces on the right. Any good? House want blood. I'll walk in wavy. Is it just me, or is MeWe playing like a very weird game right now? Like quite out of character kind of this situation going on here. Yeah, this is very clearly a value bet on the turn. The ace changes very little. And at this point, our opponent is very likely to end up having like a pair of kings that has a worse kicker than the jack. Like I said, I'm super confident that the ace doesn't change anything here. So I think we're going to go again. And we're hoping to get called by, you know, king 9, king 7, that kind of thing. That is very much reg v reg play. Gonna lead the turn big. Change it to the explosion. Yeah, cool. Pause it right at the spot and then, yeah, scan it. It's not a bad idea, Tom. Against this guy, let's just run the push. Oh. Cool, getting called by Jack 10. That's always nice. We don't win the all-in, unfortunately, but that's okay. Yes. Check, check, river. We can beat straight draws and flush draws. No. Two pair, baby. Mimi ends up with ace 3 of hearts for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like this is a player that's usually very solid, and all of a sudden they're doing some very weird stuff. For $100? For $100? It's not working. Button's not working. That's why. Trap and Pocket Eights. Thank you very much for the follow. That was JKS. Why is this not working? All right, $100 to finish. That must have been a stellar session for us. And I think we can be very proud of that one. That was actually a very good little situation. We ran super hot towards the end there. So let's take a look at the final chip graph. Right over here. All right, look at that green line. Go to the moon. We did actually lose a couple all-ins there towards the end, but I think overall we've definitely won chips today. Let's take a look at the chip graph for today specifically. All right, not bad. So, here we are. 33 chips per game, and we won $225 for 26 chips a game. We did not refresh yet. There we go. That's a better look at the graph. There we go. So definitely respectable, definitely profitable, definitely doing a lot right. $225 in the Profola department. And yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. This, again, like I said, will contribute towards the annual 250K target. And yeah, we're heading in a much more healthy direction here. We're getting out of the doldrums just a smidge. So that's it for today, guys. Let's take a look really quickly after I close PokerStars at some hands for review. I don't think we're going to do these ones today. Yeah, this is the lead one. Okay, we can't do this one today. That one is fine. We're going to look at that one in a sec. These are all post flops, so we're going to have to save these for when we get GTO Wiz back. This is the Queen High Hero call spot. Yeah. Beautiful. Anyway, we'll take a look at these once we get GTO Wiz back online, guys. I hope to do that this weekend. I'm going to have a conversation with them and see if they're interested in partnering up as well. But yeah, happy days. So obviously, guys, this is this year so far. We've only played about 1,000 games, so there's still... This isn't a very big sample, but if we filter again since the start of the merged player pool... So this is basically when all of the data that we have will actually apply to the games that we've been playing. If we filter like this and we take off the $10 buy-in marker, you can see that we're making a lot of progress here, guys. We're definitely winning more chips than we're losing, and we might just be winning enough to be profitable pre-rake back as well. But that is for another day. We're going to have to work on that. I do feel like we're making a lot of progress. The 25s have been a challenge, especially during the daytime streams. We've been playing a lot of regs, but we're still eking out a little bit of prof. We're still getting there, you guys. I think as of yesterday, we had $400 or $500 in rewards to add to our overall total. Once we actually start the challenge officially, I'll do updates on my social media so you guys know exactly how we're doing profit and loss, games played, blah, blah, blah. Speaking of which, exclamation mark Nick in the chat to give you some links to my socials. And like I said, this year I'm going to be doing a lot more clipping, so you guys will be able to keep up to date on Instagram and whatever. And also, I'll let you guys know about when we're going to do live events. Speaking of which, live events this weekend. I'm flying to beautiful gay Paris. Paris is going to host the European Poker Tour and also the Spin and Go Championships, which I'll be playing on Monday. Hopefully going all the way. If not, I'll be doing commentary, and then, of course, commentary also for the European Poker Tour as well. Super excited about that, guys. Always a pleasure and a joy to be attending these live events. And then, of course, we have the Irish Open to look forward to. Speaking of which, I might be in attendance for the duration. We're going to have to see what dates I can make, but I'll be getting that information to you guys all on the social media platform as per usual. Thank you, everyone, for the support as per usual. And I love you guys. And I'll probably be back online tomorrow for a little bit, too. So tomorrow I'm going to be preparing for Paris. I'll be packing bags and stuff like that. But I think I'll jump on for a couple hours. I really, really want to get the volume in. I really want to get the volume through. And that means that we're going to have to play more poker. So I might see you guys tomorrow. Keep an eye on the social media. I'll let you guys know when and where and for how long. And I'll see you guys then. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good luck at the tables.